Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio again this week, we've got my co-host Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
And we've also got, as usual, our good friend Lee Arnold.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Lee. Lee, well, to be honest with you, just before the show, we asked you to turn the heating off, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
And we almost had an interview with you from the other side, didn't we? Literally from the other side.
Yeah, you did.
You're still here, though.
Yeah, just about.
Well, we've always said that. So this week's show, we've got an absolute cracker, haven't we? I mean, we've just recently finished the Air Plaza one.
Yeah.
Last week. Yeah. And starting tonight, we've got a two-parter of the Lomax in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now, I found out the dates that we done this one, and we just recorded for prosperity, really, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it goes back to, was it the 27th of July, 2015?
Yeah.
And we had Frank Hedges with us on that night, Darren Kane, the Ghost Quest team, Lynn Murphy was there.
That's right, yeah.
And a few of our other friends were Jill, Lindsay, and the other one. Sorry, forgot your names.
It's a name.
Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Just remember Lucy was there. Yeah. And the strange thing is, we were talking the other week about when we were there one time, and that girl jumped up and hit her head against the post.
Yes.
Remember that? Yeah. And I'm not sure whether we took when we've heard bits and pieces of the recording.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it gets mentioned in that conversation as well.
I think it is somewhere.
But talking about the place, I mean, if anybody's ever been to the Lomax, because there was loads of concerts on there. In fact, Oasis cut the teeth there, didn't he, into the music business in that one? Yeah. Moby, was it Moby?
Yeah, there was that many, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it Moby? Who sang?
I think it was.
It's good enough for you, good enough for me. I'm not singing it because we won't have any more listeners left.
No,
Can't remember.
Yeah.
There
was somebody out there.
There was loads anyway.
Yeah. And it was interesting because when we went there, some of the really old posters were still there.
Well, yeah, because they had them all stuck to the walls.
Yeah.
They were still there. The Oasis, I remember seeing the Oasis one.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, Frank Hedges, who was the manager then.
Yeah.
He got me to replicate. He said to me, "Can you replicate any of these posters?" So I took loads of photographs and I replicated loads of the photographs, and I've still got them.
Wow. And
Oasis was one of the posters I replicated.
Yeah.
Because they were, like you said, they were all stuck to the wall. Sadly, they're probably not there anymore because it changed hands in the end, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
It turned into something else. Yeah. Foxy's, was it? Did you say?
I think it was called Foxy's. Yeah. The club. And I don't know whether it's still open, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's closed.
But I think we've done this several times, didn't we? We had some cracking nights there.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, the only things what disturbed us actually, and you'll probably hear it when we put the first part on later on, was the seagulls.
The seagulls.
They came out in the hundreds, but that night, didn't they? They were just like, ow, 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 ow.
It weren't far from the sea, baby.
No.
And I'm sure there was.
It
was right in the city centre, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what a place to land.
Yeah.
But going there, I mean, it was on. It's Cumberland Street. It was on. Cumberland Street.
Yeah.
And we always looked forward to going there.
Yeah.
It was huge. The place was massive.
It was really big, wasn't it? You could take a big group and split up.
And
it was a fantastic place.
Oh, yeah.
It was an old... Was it the first...
Post...
sorting office?
Was it the first post... Yeah, post office sorting office, something like that.
Yeah. It was the first one.
And
there's a pub, isn't there?
Yeah.
Over the road.
Yeah, the post is I can't remember what it's called.
The post house.
The post house, was it?
It's the post
something
house,
like that, yeah. But the funny thing was, is when we were talking to Frank about it, we talked to Frank, and we were he was saying about when you go onto the second floor.
Yeah.
You can actually look down onto the first floor. Whoever it was who owned it one time cut a big hole in the floor, didn't he? Put railings around it.
Yeah,
so people upstairs could look downstairs. Was it called the acoustic room or something?
Yeah.
No, the acoustic room is where we based ourselves with the little bar at the bottom.
Yeah. When you looked over the balcony where they cut the hole out, you could see the stage, downstairs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how clubs were set up.
Yeah.
Back in the day, wasn't it? 80s, 90s.
Shame you didn't know us, hadn't you?
No, I didn't know.
No, they were the good times, Jonathan, weren't they? But it's funny. You honest to God, you would have loved that place.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, hold on, we've just got a visitor coming in. It's all right, Paul, come in. We're just recording, but we don't mind at all. Yeah. You're down in the basement. Right, well, if you hear voices... Sorry? Of course, it's warm up here, Paul. Come on, Paul. Plug your group while you're here, because there's a group in Mill Street tonight, and it's Paul of...
hauntedbuildings.uk.
Haunted Buildings. So get on to them. They're absolutely brilliant people, lovely people. And, start booking with them, because they're excellent.
Yeah, hauntedbuildings.co.uk.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah. What was he? Go on, say, Jonathan.
hauntedbuildings.co.uk.
Yeah. And back to the Lomax we were talking about there.
Yeah.
Seriously, it was phenomenal. The place was... Every time you went there, you felt something was going to happen.
You did.
And were you there that time when the torch...
Yes.
Bang, 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 down the stairs?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And we were all outside, and we'd all put the shutters down because we'd finished the ghost hunt that night. We were standing outside, and Frank was just shutting it, locking it up, and the next minute we heard this ding, 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 ding. And what was that?
Yeah.
So obviously, security-wise, you've got to open it up and check it. And the torch, what was hanging on a hook on the wall, had come off the wall and gone all the way down and hit the wall where the shutters were.
Wow. Nobody in there.
No, not one person in there. You couldn't explain it.
That's weird.
And it was a weird place because where we were based was the basement, and they called that the acoustics because all the acoustics went on there, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then what happens is there's like a set of shutters. When you open it, there's like these doors, and as you go through the doors, you turn to the right and you go down a few steps, and you're in like the like the basement one.
Yeah.
And then if you stay where you are and you turn to that was to the right. If you turn to the left, you come to a set of stairs.
Yeah.
The first set of stairs takes you into the first floor.
Yeah. And
then the stairs go round again, and it comes to the second floor. Then you go round again right to the very top, which was the what was it? The
attic.
Well, it was like say the top floor, and then there was a little set of like ladders, and you went into the attic, and the attic was massive.
Wow.
And that's how it was, like 4 floors, wasn't it? Like 3 or 4 floors.
Huge.
It was huge. But then you'd add stairs on, and then you go across. If you went up to the first floor and turned right, there's a set. You come through the doors there, and you end up another set of stairs going up as well, which took you to the same rooms.
Wow.
So you could escape from. If there was a fire, you could get out either way, couldn't you?
That's right. Yeah.
And honest, you could have got lost in there.
Wow.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, and each floor. Well, one floor didn't have the bar. Did they have the bar on the? They had the bar downstairs and the acoustics.
Bar downstairs. There
Then
was
you
a
had the bar in the next floor.
And then there was another bar
room
upstairs, wasn't there?
Was the bar right at the very top? A smaller one. Yes, there was.
Yes, yeah, there was. Yeah.
So there was different bars, and it was just a lovely, lovely place. It wasn't it. The atmosphere in there was brilliant. Yeah. And I mean, if anybody's seen it, the poster this week was all the posters from the Lomax.
Yeah.
Next week's poster you'll see the inside of the place anyway. I'll put some pictures of the inside because it is an amazing place.
Oh God, yeah.
And we Frank Carlisle come with us one of the nights, didn't he?
That's right, yeah.
And our legendary friend, sadly not with us anymore, Mark Rosney.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it with us, didn't he? Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we took people with us, but nobody else could. It was one of those, wasn't it? It was just the Ghost Quest Paranormals events. Yeah. No other groups could get in. The other groups tried, didn't he? But Frank wouldn't let anybody else except us in. He said, no, it's for use this.
It was a Monday night, wasn't it? When we
we saw it was on a Monday night.
Because obviously it was busy over the weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
All the music.
Yeah. And it was great. Loved every minute of that.
Brilliant.
There's not a night you could say we were disappointed, was there?
No, God, no. No, you always got something. Always.
Yeah. And Was it one night we were there and we had we were in the first floor. We boring you, Lee.
No.
It is 2 o'clock in the morning almost, isn't it? We could hear like bags being ruffled or moved and things like that on the floor. And there was like a few of us just in that area, and then there's people down in the stage here, but you could literally hear the bags as if they were being moved.
Wow.
I seem to remember now, yeah.
And there was nobody near it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't work it out at all, could we?
That's right.
And thoroughly enjoyed that place.
Really
nice
good.
if we could do it again.
Oh, God, yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to look into this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to really look into it.
Have a look.
And see.
Definitely.
See if it's still open
Yeah.
as it is now. And see what we can do.
Yeah.
But we've got to say, though, I mean, Frank was so welcoming to us when we got there, wasn't he?
God, yeah.
Nothing was a problem for him. Yeah,
Nope.
Jamie, do this. Yeah, relax, enjoy yourselves. Yeah. And he even stayed.
He did. He stayed. He joined in sometimes.
Oh, God, he used to come up and listening to the stories of the place, the things he used to tell us.
Yeah.
And the night, in a couple of minutes' time, we're going to be playing the first part when we went into the main stage area.
Yeah.
We even had Darren Kane with us. Now, Darren Kane, he came on the first one with us and he loved it, so we went back with Darren and that.
Yeah.
And Darren seen something in the top floor. There was rooms in the top floor, wasn't there?
Yeah,
and there's one room
right.
which I think they had a radio station in there at one time, a small radio station.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And when we were in there was me, Darren, I think Mark Rosney was there. I think Lynn was in there. There was a few of us in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And he actually saw the top half of a young girl with the blonde hair, with her hair plaited. And he's very, very level-headed when you meet Darren. He's a really level-headed man. And he said, until I saw that, I was always sceptic and things like that. And he said, I definitely saw what I saw that night in that room.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was one of them rooms. We did get a few things happening in that room from movement.
But I mean, they did say they always had stuff going on while they were working there, didn't they?
Yeah. The things they couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Even on the CCTV, they were catching things on the CCTV what they couldn't, explain.
Like in the daytime.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even outside the building, I'm sure they said they seen things on the outside of the building as well.
It was one of them little streets, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very narrow.
Yeah.
Well, that was Cumberland Street, wasn't it? It was. It's probably as wide as this room.
Yeah.
Maybe a slightly bit wider because obviously they had cars going into that car park on the right of it. But even when you were walking up to the building, it felt different. You couldn't park your car. I think we parked it a couple of times. We got permission to park it outside there a couple of times. But other times we had to a car park further down.
Wow, right.
And then you'd walk around as you walking up. It was a cobbled road.
Street,
yeah. And it wasn't wide at all, was it? It's brilliant.
It wasn't.
But I'd love to go back there.
I know.
Absolutely love to go back there. But what we're doing is we found this recordings on my computer because I've been tidying my computer up and found things that I'd stored away on my external hard drive, and this came up. Mm-hmm. So what I've done is we went through it and went, it's got to be aired. Yeah, it's got to be on an investigation of a flashback of when we went somewhere.
Definitely.
When we listened to it, we listened to it a couple of nights ago, weren't we? And we were going, oh my God, this is amazing. This is like, took us back to the memories of that night and the fun we had as well. And
nice to look back on as well.
Sorry?
It's nice to look back on.
Oh, yeah. Well, what we're going to do in a second then, we're going to play that. The first bit, and then we have a little chat in between, and then we're going to go back to the Lomax again. Yeah. But we'd love to go back there, wouldn't we? It was one of our special places. Whenever Frank said you can come down now, we go, whoa, we're on our way. Yeah. We always thought it, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'll tell you what we've done now is we've talked so much about it. We've upped it so much. I'm hoping that the people are going to enjoy the investigation we did. So should we let them go and have a listen to our investigation? We start off in the main stage area at the Lomax in Liverpool. So we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, even though we were there on the night. Is it me who's got to call out first then?
Yeah. Well, has anybody got any questions before we start?
Does anyone want to ask anything before we start it off? Got a toilet bowl?
Was that Darren? It's got to be Darren, that. Yeah. Right, what I'll say about in this room, and we all know about this room in our group. Just so you know, I know it's pitch black, but who's got a torch? Me. Right. Where's Lynn? Where's Rhea? Right, this is Lynn. Lynn's a sensitive stroke medium. I don't know what the title is for Lynn. This is Bill with the camera. This is Jonathan. I'm Jamie. This is Jane. Shine the torch on you. This is Liz. Liz is a medium. We're just ghost hunters. Liz is a medium. So, you know we all are now. Sorry we haven't got IDs, but if you forget our names, just ask us. You all know Darren, because Darren was the one who sorted it all out for us tonight, which we really appreciate. And it's fantastic to see the Lomax open again. And we were great to see Frank here earlier on as well, so we're hoping he's going to come back, because he's actually part of the foundations of this building now, isn't he, Darren? So it's great to see him back here as well, so we can't wait for him to come back. So do you want me to call out before or has anybody got any questions, or shall I just call out?
What's the history? Why is it haunted?
Because it's got ghosts in it.
Can I just say, could someone, right, could I have 3 sitting along there on their seats?
We're not going to tell you why you're sitting on them seats, just in case you're wondering there. The person who said, what was the question again, sorry?
What's the history of the building? Why is it supposed to be haunted?
Well, Dad, how old's the building, is it?
Not too sure of dates, but it was the first sorting office, supposedly in the city. So we relate to that kind of industrial accidents and stuff. Back in them days, obviously there wasn't any health and safety, and the world's gone mad.
And I mean, there's also the post, but there's the post, whatever the pub is over the road. I don't drink, so I don't know. The post house, so it's kind of connected, isn't it? We don't want to give you too much away. You know, the building's quite a few hundred years old. We've been here several times now, and it's never let us down. I think we've had one quiet night here, haven't we? But we've had some fantastic nights here. Darren can vouch for that. He's been here with us, and so can Frank, but he's disappeared. The last time we were here, we brought I don't know whether you've heard of Frank Carlisle. He's on Mersey Radio, and he come along with his radio show, and I went around with him. We'd just done a quick walk around before the investigation started, and I was telling them some of the stuff that happened. And when we went back, we got everybody up here before, you know, we wouldn't tell them anything.
Was that back from that corner?
No, it's all right.
And things happened on that night, and he was gobsmacked. I think he went about 10:30, didn't he, Frank?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're not going to promise that anything's going to happen tonight, but if it does, fantastic, because we haven't been here since February, because as you know, it's been closed. So hopefully tonight is the start of to start again. We try and, well, I'm saying try and, we're as honest as we can be. You know, if we say that something's happened, it's happened. We're not here to fake it. One, it's look bad on our reputation, and two, it's not fair on you, because you have come here to try and experience things. So we do our best to, you know, to give you some kind of experience, but we will never ever fake anything. If we've done that, it's not worth doing it if we're going to do that, because the only ones we're cheating is ourselves. It's like Darren's just said then, that thing about the demon being here. We've been here loads of times. We've never come across anything nasty at all. What we've come across is, you know, we've had taps and things. I'm not going to say what exactly, because it's not fair again. But you're going to get people who are going to give you stories of things that's happened, because, you know, we could sit here and tell you loads of stories just to get you back, and that's not what it's all about. And it's like legends, you know. Is it legends? People add stories to it and add stories to it, and the only way you're going to experience it is by being here tonight with us. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, come back again. Because the next time it might be even better. Who knows?
Our the first one we did take was quiet. The second one was just right, absolutely bonkers. The second one.
That's right. That's the one.
Basically, people I split the shift, if you like. Joe had just done the first half, and I came in at midnight, and within not even 5 minutes, I had 3 spirits approach me, and I've never ever seen nothing like that in my entire life. Nothing. But it's I wasn't scared of the right people around me. It was just fascinating to see it.
And the thing was when Darren came, he'd never been on one before, and he put it in certain terms that he was crapping himself. Was I right, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, we had to do this stuff just to win out the building all the time, lock on fire and stuff like that. We had to do it to make peace with whoever's here as well.
If any of you, while we're in the room or whichever room, if you're feeling sick or you start itch, like, when you itch, you've got an unusual itch, or you start feeling panicky, or you're cold, or you start sweating, speak up and say,
We have actually got. I went round trying to talk to everybody before we started. If I haven't, I apologise. So I know there's a few here who's quite experienced, and they've been on quite a few ghost hunts as well, which is brilliant. And then there's one, I don't know where he's sitting, from Manchester, who's a bit sensitive. So I said to her, don't be afraid to speak out. And she went, oh, I won't, don't worry about that. So that's great. So the same with everybody else. If you feel anything, or you feel a cold breeze or anything at all, don't be afraid to say, because we won't be afraid to say. So,
or if you get any names in your head.
Any what?
Names pop in your head.
If you get names or anything like that.
Things like that.
So anything.
smells.
Do you want me to go and get it? Or?
Safe and go.
There you go.
That's you.
There's the knock sorted.
That's the real one.
Actually, we had an experience here. Was it not the previous one, the one before that? In here. So
This room.
let's see if that happens again.
We had a few things that night in here.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Yeah, that was a bit of a mental
Good
night.
night,
wasn't
We'll just wait for these to come in, and then we'll give it a call out, because I think you've heard enough now.
Frank's seen things behind the bar, isn't he?
it?
Yeah.
Frank's seen a figure and things like that.
Is this Jill? What time do you call this? That's no excuse. Get in.
My streets and everything.
I don't want to hear about it. Just get in, sit down. What's we'll stand up. Yeah, stand up with Hi, Lindsay, would you?
Hi, Lindsay. Michael.
Hi, Michael. Lindsay. I know you. Who was the one who banged the head? Oh, it's not here, but all right. Okay, do you want me to call out, or is there any more questions? Brilliant. Does anybody else want to call out first? Any of the people? Am I on my own again? I know, yeah. Hey?
Can I have a quick call out, yeah?
Feel free, yeah, that's what we're here for.
The woman on the balcony, every time we go to lock up or come here first thing when it's nice, just show yourself for us. I've seen you quite a few times as a number of the staff have over the years. You seem to be in one place. You make a noise for us, please. I don't know why she remains in one place, Jake. I don't know whether the balcony as we see it now, it hasn't always been that way. This was just 2 separate floors. The guy who owned the place in the 90s actually chopped a big hole on his wisdom to make the capacity bigger. So I don't know whether the upstairs balcony there where she's being seen was ever partitioned off, or maybe that's the reason why she's in one place.
Is that your call out? Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Darren.
I don't know why you do it. You seem to do it like, when we're just about to go home, or when we just come in and it's not actually in the middle of a shift. Do you want us to be here? Are you happy to see us go? You make a noise for us, please. I'm looking in your direction now. My eyes are fixed on where you usually appear. No one else knows where that is. Can you just show yourself to me, please?
There's a bank.
Yeah.
I'm actually picking that up on the mic.
You know me. You see me over the years. Not here to harm you.
It's actually picking up. Sounds like walking. It's quite sensitive.
Got a flash then, Jake.
We're up to the top.
Okay.
There is somebody walking up there.
Yeah. You've had door staff over the years, which should give everyone the run around, to be fair, because when the last person out will do a building check, go look for this person that's not there.
Community.
You make a noise or show yourself one more last time, please, for us.
I can hear like, I don't know whether anyone can hear it, like a little tiny bump, 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 if you listen. You can hear it through the headphones.
Yeah.
Could,
What was that?
did you hear that?
Yeah.
Could you make it a bit louder so everybody could hear it, please? We're not here to harm you or anything else. Come forward, please, and let yourself be known. We're here with respect.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can cover that light there, Bill, if you want? Okay, if there's anybody here with us now, anybody in the upper floors or in this room with us, there's a good number of people. Let's just wait for this fella. Are you going up the top? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, we're asking if there's anybody here with us now, if you can hear my voice or if you can see any of us here, can you come forward, please? No one's here to disrespect you in any way or to make fun of you. We're here as friends, as guests of this building, as guests as yours, because this is your building. You know some of the people here, I'm sure. All we're asking you to do is show us you're around. There's a good number of people you could touch, talk to someone, give them your name. You getting what?
It's going very dark.
Wow.
So goodbye.
Yeah, I'm getting that energy.
Gone dead light over here then. All behind here, couldn't see none of that
Did you
before
say
then.
bad energy?
Yeah. No, all there, couldn't see none of that. What's over there in the corner?
It could be your eyes, it's adjusting. Could be your eyes adjusting.
What's over there in the corner?
I'm sure you're used to a lot of people being here because of the music and the bands. So if you can come forward, go make someone cold, touch them on the head.
There's somebody who's coming over there, that's why I'm telling you that.
If you're in this room now, come forward.
Hello. drum over there.
That's a drum.
Can you bang the drum? Make a noise on the drum for us just to let us know you're here, please.
Jamie and Jonathan always love to hear your spooky paranormal experiences and stories. Why not get in touch with them directly on email at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. That's info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can leave a message on the studio mobile phone. The number is 07828 201 056. Now, Jamie and Jonathan may get back in touch, but it will be a voicemail, so if you do have anybody answer, who knows who's on the other end of the telephone line.
Make a noise. Tap, bang, walk across the stage. Touch one of them. Touch one of them on the stage now. The floor's yours. Throw something, but not at us.
Is anybody near the bar sensing anything?
Yeah.
Who said yeah?
What was that noise down over there?
That's outside that. There's voices outside.
Or was that someone's phone? Yeah.
But I've been sensing like all this blackness rolling. It seems to be rapping and rolling here. And it's making me deliberately trying to make me feel unsettled.
Do you want to put that Katie over there for me, Jonathan? I left mine in the box. I'll get it in the next one.
Did you hear that? Did somebody make a noise over there then? Oh, sorry. Come forward through the door, please. Come on in and join us. Come and talk to us if you can. And if you don't want us here, tell us. Bang something if you don't want us in here. Oh my God. Can I just put my torch on 1 sec?
Is there something by my back?
Are you alright?
Could you see?
There was someone taller than you.
Yeah, like that.
Behind.
Yeah. That's what I could see 4 feet. I was like, oh my God.
Just so you know, the shadow moving around on the stage is me.
Is it your right foot that's cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nearest him, isn't it?
What about, is it three girls on the stage, in the chairs?
Yeah.
Are you sensing anything or feeling anything?
It's just cold, but I don't know, I don't know whether it's putting the eyes getting used to I keep catching I don't know, dark and the patch just moving around over here. I might just be up there as well, yeah.
Right. Can I just ask someone, has anybody just dropped anything on the floor?
I heard it over here, Jamie. Like a rattle.
It was like somebody dropped something on the floor. You know when you're dropping it with...
Yeah.
My left shoulder, yeah. It was a prod.
Oh.
Prod on my left shoulder, yeah.
I've been prodded on the stage.
It was like his finger in
Yeah.
my shoulder, pushing me.
I've been prodded
Oh.
on the stage. Is that you girls? Yeah, the chairs.
Don't run away, come back. Come on.
Anybody just moved?
I just need to move on. Yeah, so yeah, I got on my face, and I don't know, a feather on my face, something like that. If you move and make a creaky noise, would you just say that was me? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, when you move, is it the girls on the chair? When you move, the creaks.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I just need to roll that.
No, it's alright. It's just I've just got to because I'm recording it. I can actually hear it quite clearly.
You know, Rex, yeah, he is. He keeps running back, coming over, running back. Over there, and there, but he's tall.
To that room, right over my left shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. From my waist up, I've got my hands in my pockets, I haven't moved. From my waist up, it just feels like I'm being prodded. There's pressure there. I feel pressure.
Is it uncomfortable?
No, fine. Right. Fine. You want to make a beeline for me anyway.
Do any names come to you?
No.
Who said that?
I've never had a male presence in this room for me. I've never felt male. It's always been female for me.
It's tall, I'll tell you that.
Can I just ask, Dan, are you the only one in here who's connected to the Lomax tonight?
Yeah. Oh, we've got Tim as well. Tim's the other one.
Where's Tim standing?
I'm just behind the sensitive lady on the stage, and it just got really dark.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
It went really dark.
It says it's gone pitch black there.
It's got really, really, really dark.
Come on, come out and stop running. Only cowards run. We can't harm you, and we're not here to harm you. We just want to talk or see you. You can show yourself to me properly instead of shadow form. You can tell us why you're here.
I've just got interference on the recording, and it was like a buzz, and then it just disappeared again.
Will someone take a deep breath then?
I ate that.
I've just picked that up on the headphones.
Oh, is that yeah? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Here.
Here.
It's here.
Right.
Not like static with
Show yourself now, walk across the stage, because we know you can, because you've pushed all of us. Because I know what you're capable of.
Who is that then?
Nobody moved.
You know the look of the heat haze?
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like behind Darren, then on the wall. I was looking away at it.
Again.
Is that the chairs or?
It's all round this bit here now. Come on in and talk to us now, please. Oh, there's movement right by you, over in the corner now. Have you just moved your feet or anything? Oh, there's movements there now. You alright?
Yeah.
Do you hear the bump? Or was that outside?
That's two. My legs have gone really warm.
You can tell when it's us because we've got that sticky movement. What's wrong, Lynn?
You alright?
That black bubbling haze has just come up to me face height and it was going over my head, so I moved out of it.
Yeah.
Is there two people over there?
Yeah.
Can you hear the seagulls? Is anybody whispering?
I know, I just...
Me, I was going boots, boots, boots. It's what I'm getting and picking up.
Does anybody else want to have a go calling out? Nope. I'm just going to go. Okay, I'm going to ask you if there's anybody around or the person on the stage. If you're trying to make contact with us, brilliant. Can you do some more for us, please? Walk on the stage hard. Let us all hear your footsteps. If there's anybody in the top room who's looking down on us, can you come forward, please? Come and show us. Show everybody that you're there. If you can come into this room or you're around.
Ooh.
No, I was talking, sorry.
I thought it was
foot on the floor.
No one else heard footsteps.
Where can you hear footsteps?
Up there.
Upstairs.
Are you walking around on the top floor? If you are, can you make it a bit more prominent? Can you stand?
Just when a big light dropped down like that.
Is there someone in the room you can make contact with? As I said before, no one's here to do any harm to you at all. What was that? Okay.
You
Can-
alright, Darren? You sure? Well, you move away a bit, please. I'm not asking, I'm telling you, please move back a bit. You mustn't do that. Oh yeah.
I just heard that through this.
Did you hear a clunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a clunk. I thought it was one of yours.
Was that?
Hey,
Has anybody just whistled?
I heard it.
Who said they heard it then?
I heard it.
It's just a faint whistle.
That could be birds, that, Jamie, because there's a lot of birds out there.
Yeah, I can hear the gulls. They're quite loud, the gulls. Or there's one now.
Are the three sat on the chairs, okay? Has anyone ever been found dead in a corner on stage?
To my knowledge.
No, I wasn't at Funkel.
Is it over by neighbours?
No, over the far corner. No.
I've seen flickers over here.
Oh yeah.
No.
Do you want to have a listen, Jane? Yeah, I think I'm around here. Quite sensitive.
The lady who's sensitive, are you alright?
Yeah, I just keep thinking I'm seeing something right over.
On the other side of the car?
There, you know. For a minute at the back.
is that flickering?
Shadows and back and forth. Like it's in the blue.
I was showing you stuff.
Jane, can you hear any walking through that? You will now. The people who belong to this building, whether you're on the top floor, middle floor or down here with us, can you come forward please? Come and talk to us. As I said before, you're probably used to lots of people being in this building. I know recently it's been quiet, but I'm sure you're glad that we've come back now. So can you come and join us? Come and mix with us. Touch one of us, talk to one of us, make one of us cold. Do what you can do to show us that you're around. There's a lot of people here who you can do that too. So, did somebody just speak then?
I heard that push.
Did any of you speak? Did you pick that up, Jane?
No.
Hey? Has it gone off? Can you hear me talking now?
Yeah.
That's alright then.
Me, I'm moving because I've got no bum.
If that was you, what just tried to talk to us, can you try it again? Hello?
What was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'll ask again, if that was you what spoke to us or tried to speak to us, if you're on the stage or anywhere around, can you try again? Try and say hello to us.
If you walk amongst us, you can use our collective energies that's going around the room, if it'll help you.
It's got jet black up there. I just see the red light move that way.
So it was so tempting to go up there, but we'll go up there after.
Come on, bang the drums, do something. Make something loud.
Is that cold right next to us then?
Did you back
Yeah, I heard that. Thank you. Can you do it again? Please.
Can I just make a suggestion? If we hear something, just give it a few seconds before you say it so it picks up on the mic. It's quite sensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, all I can hear is music.
Oh, is it music now, is it? So does anybody else want to have a go with the headphones? So listen. Lindsay?
Yeah, go on.
It's quite sensitive as well. You can hear the music. If the person's still here and you're trying to make contact with us, there's 3 people sitting on chairs. Can you go and touch one of them or talk to them? If you can see the green light, if you walk towards the green light, you can make that flicker.
Something's just moved. Right, so you see where that light is up there, along that corridor bit?
Yeah.
Something's just moved across that, like a black shadow.
I bet you can hear them people.
What's that boom, 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 boom? What's that boom? Well, use the band of energy and come and talk to us. Bang the drum. I really do want you to play the drums for me if you can.
Jamie and Jonathan always love to hear your spooky paranormal experiences and stories. Why not get in touch with them directly on email at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. That's info.accessparanormal@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can leave a message on the studio mobile phone. The number is 07828 201 056. Now, Jamie and Jonathan may get back in touch, but it will be a voicemail, so if you do have anybody answer, who knows who's on the other end of the telephone line.
So if you do have any stories, or you want us to or you want to share your stories with us, they're the details to get in touch with us, and we'd love to hear from you. Now, Jonathan, Lee, how good was that first part there?
Yeah, good.
I like the way Lee's just like, I think he's still in shock from earlier on when he said enough.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, it's the first time I've seen his hair stand on end. But yeah, it was a good night, that. It brings back the memories, doesn't it? And when we listen to that, then we actually remember it. We remember what was going on that night, and it's great that we've actually got that recording to keep.
Strange, isn't it? I never even ever knew that you recorded it.
I don't remember recording it. I really don't remember recording. I mean, it was only on I think it was on one of them little recorders. It wasn't a Tascam. When we use Tascams and that now, but
probably one of them little Panasonic.
Little Panasonic ones for about 10, 15 quid, weren't they? So I mean, that's why the audio isn't as brilliant as what we have now, because that was 2015. You're talking it's 2022 now, so you're talking 7 years on.
I know.
It's a good job I've got things written down, isn't it?
Just comes in useful for something, doesn't it?
Yeah, thanks for that. But talking about other things, we've talked a lot about the Lomax, and we'll be going later on onto the first floor. The next part of it in 10 minutes or so is going to be the first floor, which is another good spot we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And let's change the subject a little bit.
Go on then.
We're going back to, remember Greg?
Yes.
The house in Northwich?
Yep.
We've been invited back there for one more time.
Brilliant.
Because it's been sold.
Okay.
And we've had permission to go in one more time to do a mini invest.
Cool.
So that'll be nice to do, won't it?
Definitely.
Certainly will.
So it's nice that we're finally getting out. We're getting out and about a bit more as well, won't we? And doing some investigations.
Yeah, we will.
Even Lee's going to come out with us, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you going to talk tonight, or are we going to have to pin you to the wall and threaten you?
Can't get a word in edgeways. You've not given me and Paul a chance yet.
Do you know why? That's because you're asleep. Well, go on then, Jonathan. I'll go quiet. And Lee, sorry, go on. Let's see what you can say. I rest my case.
That's all because you turned my mic down.
No, I did not.
Ooh.
No, I did not. I wouldn't do that on you, Lee. I don't need to. You don't say anything anyway.
Do you know where I want to do in the house, though?
Go on, then.
The hallway.
Yeah.
But the hallway and the kitchen. The part that goes into the kitchen.
But were you with us, Lee, when there was like he had a bed.
There?
He had a bed stand on or bed headboard or something on the side, and it was pushed forward and dropped, wasn't it?
Headboard, yeah.
No, I've not been. This is going to be my first time.
Have you not been there yet?
I was working one time, so I couldn't get.
I thought you'd been.
No, I didn't get. I didn't finish till it was late on, so I didn't get a chance to come down.
Oh, I know Lewis and Louise did. They came with us once.
Yeah, I never went that night.
Yeah, it was a great night that night.
Do you know the night that I went?
Yeah.
And we were stood in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think it was by the fridge. I think it was by the fridge. By where under the stairs, and then it goes into the kitchen.
Yeah.
And was it you that got touched, or was it me that got touched, or both of us?
Both of us.
And we also heard something as well. And that's also about 2 foot from where the headboard fell.
Yeah, and if you remember the first time we went there, I was in the hallway but near the stairs. And as I turned round, we were just about to start the investigation now, and something's just popped their head out there.
Yes. Yeah.
And when we went down, there was nothing there.
That's right.
But the cat balls used to go off in that area.
Yeah. So I would definitely want to concentrate in that area.
Definitely.
I know there was quite a few people there that night, and the kitchen was a bit crowded.
Yeah, there was a few of us, wasn't there?
Yeah, the kitchen was like a base room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was a bit difficult, but I think it would be really nice if we could do that as a proper little invest.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think it's the most active
Is it
part.
quite a big place?
It's quite big, yeah.
Yeah.
It is really.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'd like to concentrate in that a little bit in that kitchen. I think there's something else.
Is there any history about the place?
I think Greg has actually dug up the history.
Yeah.
It was It wasn't a...
It wasn't a funeral parlour.
No, it's where they made the
It
coffins,
was
wasn't
where they made the coffins. The main room's where they made the coffins.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you go there, you think, oh, it's empty.
Yeah.
You know, because he's moving. Obviously, it's an empty... he's moving away. And
Yeah, of course.
And it was just creepy, wasn't it? There was like things you couldn't explain happening. You walk and you think, this place it doesn't look haunted.
Yeah.
But it was.
It is.
The cat balls were going off. They went off, didn't they? A few times, the cat balls.
Yeah.
The REM pod went off on the stairs.
Yeah.
In them the 2 bedrooms upstairs. Well, there was 3 bedrooms. One's a small one.
You had
But
the feeling of falling forwards all the time.
yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed going there and experiencing what's there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, you'll enjoy
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
You'll love it, like.
Yeah.
Really will.
And it's not too far, is it?
No,
Northwich. It's not too far at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one thing we're going to go to. Just to let you know, in December, I had a message come through from a Chrissy Wood.
Oh yeah.
And it was nice to know that we've got one listener. And Chrissy has sent us a paranormal experience she had.
That's right.
She's actually called it My Paranormal Experience. It took place quite a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm going to do is I'm not going to read it tonight. I'm going to put it on next week's show.
Yeah.
And sorry, Chrissy, if you're listening now, I am sorry that we haven't put it up yet, but we've had that many things going on.
I know.
And that many changes that we've had to just hold back a little bit, but we've still got your story. It is going to be on. It's going to be on next week's show.
Yeah.
So listen out for that. And we do appreciate you. We haven't forgotten about you. No. We've had Christmas, we've had COVID, we've had everything pile upon us. So we do apologise that we haven't done it yet, but we've got it. And I'm to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to reading it.
I've seen a snippet of it. Yeah. Looking forward to this one.
So yeah, Chrissy Wood, look out. Listen out next week because it'll be on.
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't forgotten about you.
No.
And like the advert said a few minutes ago, if you've got any ghost stories or any experiences you want to share, or you can even come on the show and share the stories with us as well.
Certainly can.
That'd be great if you could get somebody to come on and tell their own story. That would be brilliant.
More than welcome, aren't they?
Yeah.
More than welcome.
And we've got, I've got a few messages here to say that people will want to come on the show as well, so I'll be contacting them. So if you want to come on the show, you can contact us.
Yeah.
And Lee, what's the number? I'm only kidding.
Can't see in the dark.
Don't worry, I've got the recordings anyway. So we've got them posh adverts we've got now, haven't we?
Yeah.
So the advert will be going on a little bit later on.
Yeah. Well, we've got loads to look forward to in the future as well.
We certainly have, yeah. There's a lot of things coming up. It's going to be surprises as well.
Yeah.
And also, has anybody watched... we usually do this at the very beginning of the show, but we've been talking about the Lomax so much. I guess you haven't watched any YouTube, Jonathan?
I have watched a bit, actually.
Have you?
Yeah. More explore than paranormal, but a little bit of a mixture. Sam and Jess and Carl been watching. They've gone back to Portugal.
I was going to say they went abroad again, didn't they?
Yeah, they were back to the same country.
Oh, it must be good then for them to do that.
I've watched a couple of them, Jamie. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Are they?
They really are.
I'll have to watch them then.
You will.
I mean, I've been looking up and down at the YouTube, and the only one who's really updated, the Paranormals have updated. There's 2 on there. One of them's an hour or so long.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and watch that because of work and things like that. But I'm definitely going to sit down and watch it because it looks interesting. Mindseed TV, they've put nothing up for a month.
And there's not much being out there, really, to be honest.
No, it's gone a bit quiet. Slapped Ham's doing well. Got quite a few things on Slapped Ham. like creepy kind of things. I was watching one. It's just come up. I think it came up a couple of days ago. And the creepiest one is there's like hands coming up through the grid.
Right. Okay.
But it looks like wild animals. It looks creepy. Don't get me wrong. It looks creepy. But like he said, he turned around and said they could be raccoons.
Yeah.
You know, they come to a part and they can't get out.
Yeah.
But it does look really creepy.
Tell you what, I did watch the other night though, and I don't know whether you have watched it. Escape Room.
No.
And Escape Room 2.
No.
Yeah, have a look for them.
Are they creepy?
Not so much creepy, but they're good. They're good.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on that. Oh, what had something in mind, and it's just clicked in just like that is. We've got a new presenter on L35 Radio who put this out every Sunday, Thursday and Friday. Times up there on the Facebook page, Access Paranormal Radio Podcast. And there's a new presenter called Kevin Smith.
Right.
And so, you know what you do. Welcome to L35, Kevin and all this lot. I went, Kevin Smith. I used to do hospital radio years ago in the 1980s.
So radios back then.
Take cans with a piece of string.
Less of it because you two you're older than me. Anyway, I've got to tell you quickly. I contacted this Kevin Smith. You didn't work for Western Hospital Radio, did you? And he went, yeah. Strange thing is, I worked with him.
Oh my, how mad's that?
Yeah. And he said to me, when I seen your name, he thought, I wonder if that was Jamie from Radio Western, you know. And there we were, and we both worked with each other in 1986 on the bus. There was an old bus there, which was a studio as well. And in 1986, Liverpool played Everton in the FA Cup final. And me and him done a special. And I think we were on there for about 5 hours.
Wow. Right
the way through the FA Cup final and everything. And he played the music. He was the presenter. He was the main presenter.
Yeah.
He was good. He was really good.
Yeah.
And
anyone's better than him
now. Apart from Lee, he doesn't talk. Anyway, when I sent him another message and he turned around and said, he said, I'm into the paranormal.
Right. Okay.
How weird is that? He's into the paranormal. So I told him I was doing paranormal stuff, etc., and that. And he said, he said, where I work, I won't mention where he works just in case we can't say, you know, where I work, I could tell you a lot of experiences, what I've seen and what I've had at this place.
Oh, wow.
So I said to him, why don't you come on the show, Kevin?
Yeah.
And give us these experiences and tell us, and we you know, these are the kind of things we want. So I haven't looked at my phone to see if he's replied back, but hopefully he does, and hopefully we can arrange for him to come and sit with us. And it'd be like a brilliant reunion for me, because I haven't seen him since we've done Radio Western.
And he thought he got rid of him once.
Actually, he went to another radio station.
It's all right, Jimmy, from your reply.
Well, listen, when Radio Western finished altogether, he went on to. There was a radio station in Prescott, and can I, for the life of me, remember the name of it?
Right, okay.
I'll ask him what the name of it is. He'll remember because he was on it. Yeah. And I remember meeting him there, and he showed me all around the studios and everything.
Oh, of course.
And then that moved from there, and it went over to. It got bought by a company, and they went and moved it into Huyton, right around the corner from where I lived.
Oh, right.
Anyway, listen, we've yapped on too long, or Lee'd say I've yapped on too long. What we're going to do now is let's return back to the Lomax.
Yeah.
And we've already. The first part we've already. You know, we've done that on the main area. What we're going to do now is we're going to go across to the first floor of the balcony.
It's just on there, so you just will stand there and see how sensitive it is. It's recording as well. You can see how sensitive it is, can't you?
Yeah.
Is anybody watching downstairs as well, or are you all sitting down?
I'm sure I'm doing that.
Oh, right, so not all the lazy ones. Okay, the people who were up here before, who was looking down at us, or making the sounds, can you come forward please, come and talk to us. We're now up in this section, so maybe it's easier to walk around us. There's lots of people sitting down, and there's a couple of us standing up looking over the balcony. There's also a couple of people, if you can see me, behind me. Go and talk to one of us. Touch one of us. Move something. Make someone go cold. Give them your name. As I said before, whatever you can do to show us you're here. Can you try, please? Me.
Someone just standing to my right. Yeah, me. That's right.
Can you copy me? I know we ask for silly things like knocking on walls and taps and things like that. If there's something else you can do, somebody just move them.
Yeah, I'm moving on with.
There's just there's like it's the same thing, isn't it? As I was saying, if there's anything you can do to show us you around.
Someone moved over here, where I am. So, I had somebody move right next to me.
I know Darren's
On the wall.
Darren's on the wall behind us.
No, right. J&G next to me.
And I just asked him, is that you got the lights?
Whoa. Who's stuck there? Somebody just touched me bum.
The first time you want yours.
Yeah. I'm giggle you.
What's that, Bill?
Hang on.
I'm going to move away from there.
Bill, he wants you to talk. Be quiet.
Again, what's the number?
Do that, Bill.
Who's going in now?
Okay, if that's you, I did say in a certain way you can do whatever you want, didn't I? Who's whispering?
Oops, sorry, that was me.
If that was you who touched this, there's other people around, you know. Go and talk to someone. Give them your name. And just say, if anything does happen, let us know, please. If there's someone downstairs, down on the bottom floor near the stage or near the bar, if you can show yourself, please do so. If you're up here with us, we've all moved up here, walk around us. Show us that you're here. Are you happy to see the building open again, people being in here? Do you actually think they wait for us to start our unless they start before they start coming out?
Is your name Stanley?
you go and stand down in the bottom there.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, you can be.
Are you coming down?
Start really good, I'm out doing. The big old stereo at home. Yeah, I did the microphones always on there. For me, headphones. Just headphones, that was really nice. Is it just storage down there? Yeah. Who's the board? Debbie, Emily, Darren. Who's Matthew? Was he the one who went into the cell room? Yeah. There again. He's come with Debbie. There. Okay. There's a number of people down on the bottom floor where the stage is. There's also people upstairs now, so if you can make yourself known to any one of us, please do so. If you can stand next to the railings where we were, I can't understand the English then. Move back here. Okay. As I said, there's people upstairs and some down on the stage area. Now it's your chance to walk around everyone, come and talk to us, bang on the railings, stand next to the railings so we can see you. And stand next to me. Or go and touch someone sitting down or talk to them.
Are you trying to move glass? Use our energy in circles so we can move. We can turn, move side to side. You can answer our questions with just a simple yes or no. Answer yes, just move the glass towards the yes. Don't want to answer our questions, move the glass towards no. Use our energy. Is there anybody up here with us?
Are you four together now? No. Oh, sorry.
I just see an orb behind us here on the floor and it moved towards me. The creamy white one just moved towards me.
That's you behind us. Can you show yourself or come towards us? Are you moving around us now? Can you walk towards us? You've got Lynn next to me here. Can you walk around the room? Come on, let's see you show yourself. Come and stand here. If you don't want to come near us, walk around. There's other people around. You've got people on the bottom floor now, as I said, near the stage or near the bar. You can go and talk to them. Can you come and touch one of us? Really dark, isn't it, in this corner?
Yeah, very dark.
What's that noise?
It's next door going. It's the pub on the end, isn't it? 12 at the back.
Can you get anything down there? Can you whistle? Put the headphones on, because
What's that? Boom. Boom.
it's the music over there, Liz.
No, that's not music I'm listening to. I didn't know whether it was a piece of machinery or something.
If I get a voice in
There's
this.
drums up in that pub there.
Can you make a sound, please? Sorry, I've got a minute.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you walking round us? And intro the seagulls. Please come forward, come and talk to us, come and show us you're here. Are the people who work in the post office, any views around? I'm asking anybody in the building who can hear me, can hear my voice, or can see anybody in the room. Can you come forward, come and talk to us, come and show us you're here. And tap on something, move something. If you can see the green light, if you walk towards that green light with the energies in the room, you should be able to make them flicker. Or if you can, and you want to, do.
Whistle.
Yeah, I picked that up then. If you whistle just then, whistle again, please. Can we ask you what your name is? Or names if there's a few of you. What was that?
Squeaky boo.
I'm just going to move my foot.
What's that over there then?
I've just moved my feet.
Sound like a coin or like a chain. Is that you?
did that glass move then?
No, not really.
Because I heard like, you know the way the glass moved in the grounds?
Yeah.
I just heard that.
Step forward towards the glass. Use our energy to help move it. Just need to spin it a little bit first if you want. Just to acknowledge that you're listening to us.
Me.
If we've got any spirits here with us now, would you like to come forward and show yourself in light form, please? You come with respect and love, you mean you no harm. We just enjoy being here. I would like you to come and acknowledge that you're here with us.
The lady with the needle about. Oh, that was my foot. Is the lady with the needle here?
What was that then?
Are you walking amongst us? Let yourself be known, but don't stick your needle in anyone, please. Thank you. Did you repair postal sacks or something?
Was that outside then?
Mr. Stanley Weston, I don't know where that one's come from. You skulk around in black shadows, come forward and show yourself to us. Nobody's going to harm you. Nobody's going to move you on unless you want to. So what was that beside you made now? There's nobody stood there, is there?
I'm just behind you now.
I think they're coming a bit closer there, as I think. Spoken there.
Go on, come forward. There's no harm. There's no malice.
Anybody whispering?
Yeah. Just saying physicality over here.
Oh, what was that thought? What was that outside? If that was you making a noise, could you do it again, please?
Feels like it wants to move, but it can't. Doesn't it? But also.
So what's that there in that corner on my left? I'm going to
And we've done a walk round, we go over your eye, over there, and we walked up the other stairs, and through there. It looked like somebody died behind the thing. When we looked, it's an old bed.
Oh, right.
It looked like somebody had died behind it. We checked it, didn't I, Jamie?
Oh yeah, when we were coming back down.
Yeah.
Is anyone there a knock from the corner?
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's coming from that corner, isn't it?
If you're here, can you shout hello? Is that outside that panel?
Yeah.
Can you tap or make a noise in reply? Are there more than two of you here? If it's yes, just tap. Yeah.
Is that like a boom?
Thank you. And again, please, just with a tap as a reply, are there more than three of you here?
Jane, where are you standing?
Use collective energies, please.
Debbie, you lean against the railing.
Jane, where are you? Yeah.
Is there anyone stood over by the door? I see someone by the door. Ooh, what was that?
Can you make that sound again?
Can you do it again, please?
Does anybody else want to do a call out? Different voice might make a reaction. There are people here, isn't there?
Yeah, whatever spirit people we've got walking amongst us now, could you come closer and touch one of us? Touch one of these guests. Let them know you're here. Even if you want to play about, just come over and blow in the face. Touch the nose.
What was that?
Come and stand with us by the bar. Just come over, we'll make you welcome. It'd be great to have you with us.
Who's that down
It's Darren and that downstairs.
there? They're on my left, there, down below.
Yeah, hello.
It's amazing how many people think they can sing when they get a few drinks, isn't it?
Sorry, what's that?
Take them off for a bit. Hey?
Talking about me. I was just thinking that.
No, you just can't sing. I'm going to come round past you doing okay.
Right, come out from the shadows. I'm asking you nicely.
so you know, I'll move around your dad and straight up.
Come
Do
forward.
that behind us then.
Yeah.
Just move, isn't it, as well?
Come forward now and come and talk to us. No harm can happen to you, there won't be anything like that. We're here as friends just to talk. Make whatever, oh yeah, again. Make whatever noise you want. Use your footsteps, throw something on the floor. But do not lurk in the shadows, please.
Quick again at the back.
Yeah.
Lindsay,
Yeah?
go and stand where Kim was standing.
Where was she standing?
On the post, remember when she hit herself? I'm not wishing that on you, I'm just...
Jenny was like a post because Keith done something to her.
Sorry?
Keith had done something to them. She was like a post. I was trying to do that.
No, she had something
Was
on.
it here?
Such a face, didn't she? She ran towards me and there was a post between us.
Yeah, Keith.
Was it?
Yeah, it's like.
That
Was it here?
just the note to the...
This one like this.
Yeah. So that's where people would feel light and that. You're going to try the glass. Who's on the glass, Jill, and we... Any chance of broken? Anything down there, Dan? You've gone to the car?
Come forward from behind the bar, downstairs. Walk towards the stage. And any spirit people up here, walk around us. You can move the glass with the yes and the no as replying to answers if you want. Or you just bang something really loudly, and if you do that, we'll know that you want us to go. You can either move the glass or tap twice for yes or once for no. Are you a male?
Somebody just put a light on. You know where Lindsay is?
Yeah.
On the ceiling, the light, it's just lit up slightly. I don't know whether it's that sense, it's a sense thing. It's because I can't see the post.
Are you a male? Are you a man?
Use our energies to move the glass. We've got yes or no.
What's that? What was that banging?
That could have been outside if that's where they didn't
Dan, sensor up here before you sensor up here on, you know, the far side of that side there. Is it moving sensor? So if we stood, that still comes on the movement. They're downstairs, the two people in the stage. Yeah. Two people sitting in the stage down there. If you felt anything behind you, because you just said there's movement to the back of the stage. Yeah. Go stand next to it.
So you just have to bang, are you?
Just do it all the time.
Use
Was it on that far rail?
I'm there.
Well, you never rewind.
No, because I'm looking, I keep seeing the lights behind you, but I'm not sure whether. Okay, do you want to carry on with your glasses? Sorry about that.
Is there any spirits in the room? Are you happy that we're here? Move the glass to yes or no. Do you approve of us being here? Do you agree with what we're doing? Use our energies to move the glass. Or as Liz said before, you can tap. Twice for yes, once for no. Are you happy that we're here? Come on, do more than that.
Was that when you used that tap then?
Were you a merchant? Was that you over there making that noise?
Beauty smile, do you make any kind of sound now? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. No walks in the house here. Just carries on.
What a cloth merchant? That'll be doing here. It was the sort of.
You go behind me.
Did you work here in this building? Yes or no? Come on, use our energy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Right. So somebody's right here. Are you a male? Well, you've done really well. Thank you. Yes. So you worked here and you're a male. What was the history of the building beforehand?
The post office.
Post office. Did you work here when it was the post office? Come on, that's it. Or have you worked here since it was the bar? Not undecided. Was it a post office when you worked here? Did you work here before it was a post office? Whoa, come on, you're doing really well.
Did you hear that? Go again.
Yeah, it's dead fast as I think something. It looked like someone just went across there and that. Yeah. Like you make that tap noise in the glass.
It is moving. Is that you that's making the tapping noise? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What was that?
It's the glass in it. It is making the tapping noise. Yeah.
Do you not want to see it? The glass.
Do you want to talk to us? Do you find it hard to talk to us? You still saw someone's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is about.
If he was a buyer. Were you a buyer? Did you buy and sell things? Were you a merchant?
Oh, what was that? Yeah?
Seen that.
Thank you. Was that you? Making that like big flash?
Did anybody downstairs see that? I seen it. That was really
Thank you very much. Can you do that again for us, please? Come on, because I missed it. Can you make that flash again, please?
Are you asking questions about the merchant?
Yeah, I will.
When you got the infection.
Did you buy things that came straight off the ships? Did you buy cotton and goods like that? Did you buy people? Were you involved with slaves? You sit next to Michael. Is that you making the scraping noise? Thank you. Oh, that's a nice strong one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
asking was you a cloth merchant?
Were you a cloth merchant? Did you buy food? Did you buy things that came into port? Food, bananas?
Did he have shares in the post office? Did he have shares with the ownership of it?
Did you have shares in the post office? Were you involved in the post office?
The building next door.
You alright, Jenny? Yeah, weird noise going through here then. Like one of my ears went blacked out, I couldn't hear anything. My right ear.
That happened to me with my right ear before.
Did it?
Yeah. Did you have anything to do with the building next door?
She just heard something's politics in the room.
Who's going in the corner?
It's just a step. What do you feel?
Where you go?
Just over here.
Over there.
Yes.
There now.
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
What's that red light over there?
That bill.
That you do?
Right.
Sweet, somebody's pushing forward.
What?
I just like, I felt like someone pushing me forward, just off the balance.
People.
Stepping something down on it, yeah. Oh yeah.
That was really good, Jamie. I wish I went there. It sounded really good.
It was. Totally enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier on, it's really fantastic place.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to look into that, see if we can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so, you know,
try it.
going to investigate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what goes.
So
So,
well worth it.
tell you what though, Lee, there was a lot of steps, wasn't there, Jonathan?
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I felt sorry. I mean, sadly, poor Bill's not here with us now, but he loved going there.
Yeah.
But he used to get knackered going up them stairs, didn't he?
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
By the time he come down and we got back when we were having our breaks, I'll tell you what, he went through some water, didn't he?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Didn't that happen to me the other week as well?
I think it did, didn't it, Lee?
It did.
It's because I know people and people contact me even at this time of the morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I forgot to
ward
turn.
wants him back.
Yeah, I forgot. I just forgot to turn the phone off.
Never mind the radio and Western Hospital want him back. Because he escaped all them years ago, they just found him.
Men in white coat to be coming.
Anyway, back onto the Lomax.
Before he's back onto the ward.
I think. Where was your favourite area, Jonathan, when we went to Lomax?
I loved the attic.
What the top attic when you went up the ladders and climbed in, or that the room itself?
No, the room itself.
That was mine. Yeah.
It was good in there.
Yeah, it was like.
I liked it in there. It was a big room.
And things did happen.
When it was well, we just called it the attic room.
Yeah,
that's what it was called.
But what was your? Oh, sorry, you never went, did you?
What do you think would be your favourite?
Wow.
Poor me.
Yeah.
But
the stage was good, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, Lee, the whole place was good. Yeah, because you haven't been, Lee. The stage area is good to go to.
Okay,
The stage was only small drop.
Yeah,
So-
I really think the stage would have been a nice place to do.
It was, yeah. How did we get around that?
I never fell off that one. It was too small, wasn't it?
Not for you. No, you could fall off a curb, you. But yeah, that top attic area was great. And do you remember sorry if you hear bangs in the background? It's just like it's the group just sorting themselves out down there. Do you remember when we were up there and we all kept getting there and this and then you think, what was that?
Yeah.
Couldn't work it out, and you call out and you go like that. What was it? They had an ice box up, you know, one of them ice machines.
Oh no!
That's
Remember
right.
it?
Yeah, that's right.
And we'd all be sitting there and go, if there's anybody there, can you make a sound? You do.
Brilliant.
And you'd put the light on or put a torch on to look around. You're thinking,
Yeah.
there's nothing, you can't see nothing. And what it was doing, it was obviously making the ice and then dropping the ice into something. And every time it happened when the lights were out.
Oh no!
But then there was one time I was sitting I think we were sitting next to it, and we had the lights on. We were just chatting the next minute, and we all turned and looked at this ice box and went,
Wow!
and it was ice. And that, but we were like, what was that? What was that? But it sounded creepy when it was happening.
It did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah.
Memories from there, though. Some weird. You used to get some weird feelings. It wasn't It wasn't always like being touched. It was. I think in there it was more about the feeling
Yeah.
that you used to get. It was like
You-
a weird, creepy.
You knew.
Feeling. Yeah, you just knew there was something there.
And the funny thing was when we had to lock up at the end of the night, and Frank was there, like Frank said, I'll stay downstairs, Jamie, you know.
Yeah.
You just do your checks and great. So we'd have to go from the top floor to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
And honest, Linford Christie couldn't catch us up checking that building like that all the way down.
Frank stayed in the bar and waited.
Yeah.
Did you have the lights on?
He wasn't
Hey,
sus, was he?
Did you have the
We
lights on?
certainly did, yeah, of course we did. But then there was a time when Frank said, I'm going to have to double check because I'm sure I heard somebody upstairs.
Yeah.
And he said, I think it's in the top floor. I said, do you want to come with me, Jamie? Yeah, okay, Frank, I'll come with you. So we had to go all the way to the top floor. Even he was edgy doing it with us. His name was Frank Edge as well, wasn't it? Frank Edge. Well, it's Edge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Edge, yeah. And yeah, so next week we're going to be doing the second part of the Lomax because it was such a good time there.
Yeah.
And I hope if people who were listening to it, it's brought many memories back for you, even if it was just for the bands there, and
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
brought
it,
that
isn't it?
back to life
Yeah.
for you and everything else because there's been some phenomenal stuff there.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the main thing is the building's still there. Even if we can't get in anymore and it changes, that building is still there. It's part of the Liverpool history.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's almost that time that we've got to finish the show. How quickly is that show gone?
It's flown by.
Yeah.
Flew
Yeah.
over, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But what a great night.
Yeah.
Listening back to that was great. I hope it brought. I hope everybody else enjoyed it. So what we've got to do now is we've got to say goodbye to everybody and thank everybody for listening in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the Lomax. Thank Lee for turning up and also for Jonathan for turning up for a change. And we'll see you all again this time next week with the Lomax Part 2.